Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance. Welcome to week 7 of our organization challenge. So this month of April, we are focusing completely on fabric. And last week we did UFOs, or unfinished objects. And I will give you an update on my unfinished objects at the end of the video. But first we're going to talk about this week's theme, which is scraps. I have been avoiding this topic because I have so many scraps. And in our old house, I had a really wonderful organization method and it worked so beautifully. But in this new house, it's not working. And I really need to reevaluate how I'm going to keep scraps, what I'm going to keep, etc., etc., etc. So I have, for probably the past 5 or 6 years, used this giant laundry basket as a scrap catcher, and all of my scraps go into that. And then once it's full, I usually sort them, and I usually at that point organize them and all that. But organization was much easier in my old house where I had the bins that I could throw them into. I don't have that here. In fact, my scraps have just gotten out of control. So I am going to organize them this week, and I'm going to tackle it. So let's talk about scraps. What do you do with them? So you can make scrap quilts. You can do the stitch and flip method, which I talk about in this video that I will put up here. I think it's up here. No, it's over here. Over here. And you can make scrap projects like these little bags. You can donate them. People love scraps. Sometimes even like classrooms or art teachers love scrap fabrics for projects, and you can do all kinds of things with them. You can even sell them on Etsy. So you can put a bag together of a certain color and sell them to someone who maybe doesn't have scraps. Are there people out there that don't have scraps? I'm sure some of you don't, and I admire you. Those are goals that I would have. So I have a short video here of me sorting some of my scraps. The way I'm doing it is by color, and I am making sure that I'm sorting out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, and what I will use and won't use, and some to recycle and some to sell. I do like to sort my scraps by color, but it's completely up to you how you do it. So as you can see, I have a lot of scraps. They will get done though. They will get done this week, and I will have an update for you next week on my organization challenge week 8. Okay? All right, so here are your tasks for this week. The first thing I'd like to see you do is to gather up all of your scrap fabric into one place and to organize it, sort it. Go through it. Get rid of the scraps you do not want, whether it be recycling it or donating it or throwing it out. Just get rid of those scraps that you don't want anymore or you don't need. For the scraps that you are keeping, figure out a way to contain them. Okay? So that's your second task, is to figure it out. What's going to work for you? Is it open containers like I had in the walk-in closet? Is it bags like I'm going to do with my scraps this time and put them into plastic bags and by color? Or is it something else? How are you going to organize your scraps? One area where I'm pretty organized with my scraps is my vintage scraps. And I think you probably have seen it in past videos, but I use these vases and I have them all like color coded and they look really pretty on display. And I just stuff my scraps into them. So that's another way you could organize your scraps. But whatever it is, figure out what works for you and make sure that you also clean out those scraps that you do not want anymore. While you're sorting those scraps, make sure that you're pulling out the fabrics that maybe go with your UFOs that we just went through last week. If you find pieces that would go with it or that are actually from it, make sure you put that into your UFO kit that you have that you made last week, right? So that will help you too when you're going to finish those UFOs. The next task I have for you is to come up with a plan of how you're going to handle future scraps. So this isn't working for me anymore, this big bin. I'm not going to do this anymore. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this big bin from my space because it is not working and it's not serving me well. I'm going to have a smaller bin because I think it's a good practice to put those scraps after a project into a bin, and that does work for me, but having this giant basket of scraps is not working for me. And so your task is to come up with a plan on how you're going to handle your scraps. It could be making another project, or cutting it into 4.5-inch squares or 5-inch squares or whatever it may be and discarding the rest. But whatever it is, have an idea of what you're going to do with those scraps. And lastly, I always love to give you a fun task. And I actually think this is the 4th task, but that's okay. You'll forgive me, right? The fourth thing that I'd like to see you do is to have some fun with some of your scraps. Maybe make a stitch and flip block, or maybe, you know, stuff a pillow with them, or even just go through them and cut up hexagons for English paper piecing, whatever it is. Do something fun with your scraps, enjoy your scraps. I mean, we're blessed to have this many fabrics to use. It wasn't always that way. I think it's something we sometimes take for granted. And so enjoy the fabrics you have, all the colors, all the wonderful pieces, and just find a way to maybe even make something with them. Oh, what a crazy thought, right? So finally, an update on my UFOs. So I was going through my UFOs and actually found this book on my UFOs, and in it were 42 different UFOs that I had. And sure enough, I had most of them. So I did go through and got rid of most of them. I sent some to a viewer, actually asked for some of the quilt tops so she could practice long arm quilting, with the promise that she's going to donate the quilts afterward. I also sent a box to my former guild, which I know they do charity quilts, and they were happy to get them. And I also just sent some to some friends and some things that I knew that they would like. So in my UFO binder are these sheets. I don't know where I got these sheets. I probably bought them off of Etsy, but I'm not positive. It was probably a downloadable PDF or something like that. But there's plenty of stuff out there like this that you can get and put in a binder. And it really did help me as I was going through, because I remembered things about the UFOs that I had forgotten. And it just goes back to showing you why it's so important, like our task last week, to have a plan and to organize and to get everything that you need together, because it really did help me going forward with the UFOs that I kept. Now, out of the 42 UFOs that I had, I ended up keeping 12. Those 12 UFOs will be finished by December 31st, 2021, or they're going out the door. I'm getting rid of them. I'm not going to keep a hold of all of these UFOs and manage all of these things in my space any longer. So those are your tasks for this week. There's an update on my UFOs, and I hope you enjoy going through all of your wonderful scraps, finding new homes for the ones you do not want, and just creating the best sewing space that you possibly can. I'll see you next week when we continue to talk about fabric. See you then.